this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. A woman can want a man who shows no interest in her. This is very important. This is very important because some men think, you know, the woman ain't checking them out or something until they make the move. And I found that. I've had a few comments like that. Bullshit. A woman can want you, you might not have any idea who she is. Or a woman can want you, you can know about it and you still not want the woman. That don't mean the woman don't want you still. She ain't gonna just be like, oh, okay. Women don't work that way. One of the things with women is they want who they want. You might not know who she is, but she still wants you. I'll give a great example. Social media. There's many male social media stars or guys who got some fangirls and they have no idea about that fangirl. They have no idea who she is. They don't know who she is. She ain't sliding in his DM. They might have a crush or something. Or you might be working in some building or something. You don't know who checking you out. You don't know. You know what? I remember one time, I was going in a grocery store, right? I had this woman come up. I saw this woman and stuff, and she was all right. She had thick thighs. So I was like, oh, okay, right? And she said, oh, you used to work at this retail store, right? I ain't gonna tell y'all the retail store. But I was like, she remembered me. I was like, I don't remember you. And she saying all this stuff, and I'm like, okay. But see, you know, she was married. I ain't want to go there. I ain't need anything complicated, right? But that was just one time. That was one time. I had other times. And then I've talked with several other women, and they'll be checking out some guy, and I'm like, that guy know who you are? And they be like, no, still want him though. That's just a woman's nature. Like I talked about, they might want a woman, and they don't know they don't know who he is. They don't know who she is. The man doesn't know who the woman is. Let me get all that straight. Right? He don't know her. He don't know her from Jack. Like that story I always told about that woman who clocked that guy who kept walking past our apartment building. He didn't know who she was. He didn't know who she was at all. But she clocked him, put herself in position where he would approach. That's why I always say sometimes, you know, you thinking it's a cold approach, that woman been checking you out for a while. She been clocking you or something. You don't know. And see, that's one instant. You just don't know who she is. Even then, you might not have any interest in her. She might shoot her shot the way women shoot their shot, and you still not interested. She might even tell you she's interested, and you still not interested. That don't change anything. Because when women get rejected, they don't always give up. That's one thing about them. They don't always give up. If they want a guy, they want a guy. They might work harder or they'll do whatever. But if they want a guy, they want him. And he still might not have any interest. His interest in her don't have anything to do with her feelings for him. You know, because one thing with women, when they see a guy that they find sexually attractive or whatever, usually sexually attractive, their imagination kicks in. They start thinking, they should, that's one thing. There's some guys out there that might have about 50, 100 women thinking about him, and the guy don't know who she is. He ain't never met her. That don't change what she thinking. She's scheming right there. And even then, she can meet the guy and tell him, hey, I wanna holler, I wanna get with you. And he's like, nah, I ain't interested. I ain't guy or woman, you know, whatever. Or he just ain't interested. That don't change anything with her. That don't change what she feeling. That don't change what she wanna do. She's still gonna be interested. It take a long time. See, once a woman chooses a man, it takes a long time for her to unchoose him, to decide she don't want to deal with him. It takes a long time. And sometimes they might just stare. I remember I learned this back in 1984 when I was working on a job. I was working on a job and this dude said, yeah, this young girl interested in you, right? And you know, I was only 18 or 19. He's like, yeah, this girl interested in you. And man, let's just say I ain't have any interest. And dude was like, yeah, she just gonna stare until you do something. You know, she wanted me, but no, I wasn't feeling her. That didn't change anything with her. And I've seen that. And if you learn to really pay attention, you'll see some women chasing some guys who ain't interested in them, who just for whatever reason. Like in fact, I give you an example. I give an example a lot of guys can understand from right here. Because I've said several times, pay attention to the women who want you. Pay attention to who's trying to choose you, who's trying to get with you. And I've had numerous guys say, nah, only the women who want me are like unattractive or whatever. Okay, and you don't want them back, and that's fair. That don't mean her interest just stops right there. Usually women might scheme or something. They might scheme, say, yeah, I'm gonna still get him or something. But whatever, it's still on their mind. It's still their imagination. See, once a woman sees a guy that she wants, her imagination kicks in. Her imagination kicks in. She's already having sex with that guy right away. She's already having sex in her mind. She's already doing stuff. She's already imagining, shoot, she could be imagining a family or something like that. You know? She still want him. It'd take a whole lot for her not to want him. Indeed, she can hook up with another guy and still want this other guy who showed no interest. In fact, when you look at the guys that I talk about at the top of the food chain, at the top of the select, that's part of their game anyway. They just don't chase every woman. They make the woman work hard to get them. And they are genuinely not interested. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. See, guys thinking, oh, well, the woman just sitting around waiting for them. Oh, please, come on now. Come on. Y'all gotta understand a woman's nature. You know, they want what they want. Now, you don't have to want them. They can want you all they want. You don't have to want them back. They ain't changing anything about them. They don't. See, men will walk away. If we get rejected, we're just like, oh, okay, we rejected. They get rejected, or they don't know the man or whatever, or he's showing no interest in her even when she makes her feelings clear. They don't give up easily. You know, they just might try something else. Shoot, it takes a long time for them to give up. And it just is what it is. It is what it is, but it's something to understand. It's something to understand. A woman wants who she wants. And it takes shoot, he could hold a gun to her head or something and say, look, stay away from me. And she just like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Like, I'll end it with this one story. There was a woman I was working with. Now, I was with a woman that I would eventually marry at the time. And I kept telling this woman, I was like, I'm with somebody. I told her straight up. She didn't care. She was like, oh, that's so cute. It was like she was still interested. I mean, she was trying hard. She was trying hard. And it was just like, what's up? But some women are like that. And there's something to really understand. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.